Sponsored by the Holiday Inn here in Victorville.
I've heard it said that today is a gift from God, and that is why it's called the present. And today I'd like to share with you a gift that was given to me that I will never forget. It's the little things that I remember from our therapy sessions together. Your bravery, your strength, your contagious laugh, and of course the time you accidentally farted during session and we both laughed until we cried. It's those memories that I held on to when I received that devastating call. It had been 3 weeks since you left treatment and you relapsed. Only this time, you didn't make it back. Amongst the chaos in my head, I was able to discern 3 sentences. Her blood alcohol level was too high. She did not make it. I'm sorry. When I hung up the phone, I was tormented by my internal questions. Could I have done something differently? Should I have done something differently? Why? See, relapse is a part of recovery. At least that's what we teach. When I found out, my heart shot to the heavens, and I sat with a depressive void in the pit of my stomach, questioning everything. And it was there in my own personal darkness that I was reminded of a story that our professor used to tell us in my graduate psychology program. A story of a man who spent his entire life walking with people in pain. And when he died, he went to heaven. And when he arrived in heaven, he was greeted at the gates by all of the faces of the lives who he had touched. So as I stand here tonight, I know that even though you're gone, I'll see you again someday. See, I was depressed, dwelling on all the things that I thought I could have done differently, feeling anxious, worried, and afraid to connect with those who might die next. I was torn in 2 emotional directions, unable to sit in peace. But today, I stand here in peace, simply because I choose to honor my emotions. I sit in the pain in a place of awareness as I prepare to fight alongside those who are still fighting. There are individuals in this room who've been impacted by the disease of addiction, family, friends, loved ones. I set aside all of my education, and the only thing I wish to say to you tonight is, I love you. When you died, it was these 3 powerful words that I was reacclimated with, see, because as many times as I had worked with her on implementing these words in her life, today I can hear her voice echoing in my head as she reminds me that it's my turn to love myself. And so I will. I wake up every day and I look in the mirror and I say things like, I have value, I have worth, I love you. And of course, damn, you look good. You remember the first time? You remember the first time you looked at your significant other and said, I love you? How nerve-wracking that was, waiting and wondering if they were going to say it back to you. See, this is the same experience that we have when we choose to actively love ourselves, and that is because it is the most important relationship that we are ever going to have in our entire lives. And I know this to be true because every day I witness individuals who actively hate themselves, and they die too young or live in perpetual agony. And I want to remind you that this process of self-love may take a while to obtain, but it is a powerful process. It is a freeing process, and it is a worthwhile pursuit. But make no mistake, this new process of self-love is going to require you to turn around and face the flames, to face the pain and the heartache. Not to dwell on it, but to understand that growth does not come from tragedy alone, but in your ability to triumph in the face of tragedy. When I finally decided to turn around and face the flames after your death, I saw myself, a much younger version of myself who was untouched by the pain and the darkness in this world. And it was in his eyes that I saw the truth, that the true path to healing comes from our ability to unconditionally love every part of ourselves. And when he looked at me, even though I didn't believe it, he saw a hero. And thus, I am reminded of the hero's task, to wake up every day and know that you cannot change the world, but to do everything in your power to try and do so anyway. See, when we can wake up with love for ourselves in our heart every day, we will bring value to our community. And when we bring value to our community, we will confirm our self-love. And when we can all do this consistently, we will bring about change. And it's my belief that we may even save some lives in the process. This is the gift that was given to me. the ability to be okay with myself in the face of tragedy. This beautiful gift of self-okayness that allows me and others to continue to touch the lives of those in pain. So tonight, I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to honor your emotions, to love yourself in the face of tragedy, and to be a part of my community as we bring self-okayness to the world. God knows we need it. Thank you.